Alright, hello, and welcome back to a brand new season of the Indian Racing League. I believe it's season 15, and we are here in Australia for round one for the season opener, 29 laps around Melbourne, Albert Park. And with me on the comms box, who is kind enough to join and not race as a reserve, is Shrikant Das. Hi Shrikant, how are you doing?
Hello, easy level drawing. Very fine. I'm right now. So it's been long since we were racing, and now we are commentating here.
Yeah, now considering how much off pace I am, considering the grid today, I just chose to commentate than drive because I might just be going at the back of the field being a sitting duck. I don't know about you.
Likewise. So we are in the era of Redstone, Basil, and Jishnu's domination era. So yeah, these are the last three champions from season 12, 11, 12, and 13, 14. I don't remember. What season are we? Racing?
I think we are season 15, 14 or 15. I think Baz and Abhishek gave us a good last season. Baz winning the
Yes,
championship by
we are
1 point.
season 15.
But what's good to see is
Yep.
you mentioned a lot of very veteran drivers here on the grid. But what's also good to see is there are a lot of new drivers as well, with the likes of
Yeah.
Abu, Wahid Rahman, Gangster, Red Baron. I'm not sure if these two were racing
No,
last
Gangsta and
season.
Red Baron, they debuted last season, so yeah. So then we have Ansh and Amir. Amir is Don, so the guy in Sauber, second guy. Apparently, these Sauber boys are brothers, so it will be nice to watch them like another brother pair who will race such as Jen Vfx, Harsh Vyom. So let's see how these two pan out.
Nice, and they are in the kick tower, so we'll keep an eye out on these new racers. Meanwhile, if nobody has really started a hot lap, is it? Or Red Baron has.
The Red Baron has started.
Okay, wait, let me figure out my controls. How do you hide? I forgot how. See, yeah, this is what happens when you're so much out of touch or in Formula One. But I think has he backed out? No, he's still
No,
on
he's
his.
still going into turn 9 turns, so he will break early for this corner and he takes it pretty neatly and he's on the limit right now and proceeding towards turn 11. Yes, that is turn 11, I guess. And towards the Dorita curb, he misses it and his rear end is a bit loose, but let's see. Flat out through this section, there's a car ahead. He will navigate through nicely and towards the penultimate corner. And oh my god, he almost lost his rear end and he is driving on the limit. And I like to see Red Bulls driving on the limit. And that's 117.7, which is not competitive right now. But let's see how this pans out.
Yeah, we've got 14, 15 minutes in the session as well. I think there'll be a lot of track evolution coming through as one of the brothers. I think this is Emmer who sets in his first time for uh, his race tonight.
One,
There's a lot
and
of
we have
drivers
Ramen.
coming in, setting in their times.
And Ramen almost rear ends the Sauber of who's that? Wahid. And Shooter goes pole, professional pole with that 116.4. So, and obviously, our usual suspect gets turned up, topples him down immediately with a 115.1. Damn, these guys are just okay. These guys are fast. And then we
Indeed,
have
they are.
Srivatsa jumping up to P2.
Yeah, I think the delta is the gap between the field is pretty huge, but this is just the
Oh my
first race
god, what
of
is
the
this?
season.
What is this bunch towards the back straight?
Yeah, a good.
Shooter, who's that? Shooter and Sauber and Ferrari. Is
Yeah, a
that
lot of.
Abhu?
We are not sure what is happening over there.
Are these guys
But yeah, he
racing?
has invalidated his lap right now, so Oh no, a lot of first timers here. I think they'll get a good taste of league racing this time and see how get a good experience and perhaps take a few lessons out
Yeah,
of it. But oh, my controller was vibrating. I'm not sure why. Okay, oh, there's a like car being
someone must have.
pushed to the
Yeah.
garage. Yeah. All right, let's see. 1 minute
So,
left. Which one
oh,
is?
Redstone almost rear-ending the Red Bull. My bad, Ferrari of Abu in the pits. What is happening? So we
Uh,
have Abhishek. No,
Abhishek
he's
as well,
charging.
setting his time 3.5 tenths away from Redstone right now. But anybody else on a hot lap right now? Ramen
So we
is
have
also looking on
Faizan
a
in
hot
the
lap.
pits.
One
Ramen
of
goes
the
fastest. He improves by half a second.
yeah, we
Fastest
might
sector
just
one improves by half a second. Now he is towards the back straight and into turn 10. I guess he will get some kind of toe from that Sauber. Let's see how this goes into turn 610. And that is 6 tenths. He almost 7 tenths. Let's see what will Raman do. And he has used up all his battery. He cannot deplete any more battery. So let's see. And Dorita almost losing his rear end.
hi Nishan,
Is it
welcome to
just
the chat.
me?
Yes,
Oh,
this
we
is
have Nishan in the chats.
yeah, it is. You guessed it, spot on. This is the two of us choosing to commentate Dan drive. Take a seat there, but meanwhile, coming back, I think that this is just a dry period where all the drivers might just reset themselves and see how where they can find some more time. Meanwhile, even the gap between the front row, Abhishek and Redstone, is 3.5 tenths. Expect that gap also to come down a bit, and with the likes of V6 and Basel also getting involved
Yeah.
in the mix.
Yep. Oh, we have Hershey in the chat as well. Hello, Hershey. So he's also not racing after a hiatus. And we have the Sauber of Hammer. Hammer is, never mind, he is not on a lap. He is 11
Yeah,
seconds
not a
off the
lot of
pace.
drivers.
And
I
we have
think there'll be a
Sid Venkatesh,
yeah. Do
one
you
of the
want to take?
OGs.
I think he's just finishing his lap considering
Yeah,
his
he's
battery
finishing his
levels
lap.
and
Yep.
going
And he moves
P10,
up to P10.
improving just
And we
marginally
have.
on his time, but still good enough for P10 right now. But expect the
So
track
we
to get a lot
have.
grippier right now. Srivats is also on an out lap. Raman,
So we have Red Baron who will. No, that's Abhishek's, I guess. Oh no,
there
uh,
is a Sauber that is
that's Smith
coming.
Shah. Smith Shah. Smith Shah just starting his lap, rounding up turn two and towards the turn three with his DRS enabled, and he will brake late, clips the apex, and on this game you can ride curves, I guess.
Yeah, you can.
Hello.
I'm actually I'm pretty much out of touch with the game, so I don't know which curves you can ride or cannot. But I think you can ride those outsides of
Yeah.
turn four
So
or turn five.
apparently Smith went faster sector one. I guess this is a game glitch, but let's see. Oh, and we have Wicked Wiki in the chat as well, and he's also from Melbourne right now, so he's not racing as well. So hello, Wicked, and he almost invalidates Smith, almost on the edge of the track, and he is using his battery pretty efficiently right now, and he clips the Dorito curve. I don't think you should do that. So towards the penultimate corner, he goes flat out. Let's see, heavy braking zone. He brakes nicely, and he makes the corner. And final corner, he will take it cautiously. I guess that was a bit wide movement from Smith, and he is depleting all his battery, and he goes P7. That's an impressive lap from Smith, and I think he has time. He has around 2 to 3 tenths in that
Mean,
lap.
Meanwhile, there's a Haas is also coming. I think they're just starting the lap.
That
Aston
is Ansh.
Shooter also just starting his lap. So meanwhile, we can come back to him later. Who's that in the McLaren? Also, Baz will just start their lap. So we can come back
Basil
to
starting as well.
yeah. Meanwhile, Redstone Dove coming to finish his lap. Let's see if he can find some more improvements. And yes, he
And he
does.
does.
Almost a tenth,
He
seven
improves by,
hundredths of a second.
yeah.
quite. He is definitely the contender for pole here. Let's see what if Abhishek, Srivas, V6, and Basil have
Shivats
something to
went
respond. Oh, Baz
P3
has invalidated his
115.7.
lap. Oh yeah, good
Yeah,
lap
he is
from Srivas
recharging.
as well. Baz has invalidated his attempt, so
And
he
we have
might just.
Gangster who has started his lap and he is having a Ferrari in front of him. Let's see, will the Ferrari move away from him? No, I guess it's a case of impeding we are looking at right now.
Or maybe just two
Oh my god,
drivers
that's
on
Ferrari
one
just
lap.
spun.
Oh,
Ooh,
Ferrari
that
just too
was
eager on the
Abhay.
throttle.
Yeah, that was Abhay.
Well, Gangster
So,
continuing his lap right now,
yeah.
so let's see where he goes. There is an Aston Martin coming to finish the line, is it? Cross the line? Oh, they're going back to the pit.
No, they are in the pits.
So I think
Gangster is
Abhishek, let's
improved
go back to
by 1 10.
Abhishek maybe. Should we follow
Yeah,
Abhishek's lap as he comes close, rounding up the final couple of corners before there is a yellow flag? Probably slow moving cars there on an outlap, but Abhishek's using the entirety of the track to his liking. He does improve by 2.5 tenths, and that gap has definitely come down between the two. So expect a good fight for 29 laps here at the front row between the Mercedes and
I,
the Red Bulls.
yeah. We all love to see a Mercedes and Red Bull fight.
Yeah, now drivers have also changed, but looking at things in real life, Shrikant, are you liking the new regulations? Are you enjoying the
As a Red
racing
Bull
that is going
fan,
on?
this hurts. This thing hurts.
Mm.
But the Ferrari boys are giving us so much popcorn this season. Like in 2 races, they are fighting for their lives. So it's nice thing to watch. But the way Mercedes are ahead, kudos to them. But yeah, it's boring to see. I mean, they went through 2023, so yeah, fair play to them. So we
Yeah,
have
so
VFX Cutter, who is improved by 1.5 tenths. And into sector 3 and towards the Dorito curve, he has depleted all his battery. He also clips the Dorito curve. These guys are bouncing on the Dorito curve. I don't know how is that thing stable, but let's see how this goes. Into the penultimate corner, he brakes nicely, makes the apex, and he's using every inch of the track. And let's see, depleting his battery, he goes P3. He improves by 4 tenths. Now he's the one trailing Abhishek and Redstone right now. And we
yep,
have
he's
Basil on a lap.
yeah. Basil is also
Oh
on a
no,
lap, or has he backed off
Basil is
from?
reaching. Yeah, he has backed out. So
Uh,
these guys will be waiting for the last run. It will be a traffic paradise, with 19 guys.
yeah, Abe in the Williams is also coming to finish his lap. Not really improving on his time. Abhu in the pits. Wahid, lot of time to find. He is rounding up, finishing his lap. Does find in a lot of time. Improves his time, but not the position he is at right now. Meanwhile, Ansh and Deadly Mosquito elsewhere, two drivers who might just have made a few mistakes on their
Yeah.
initial runs and will look to find some more time. Meanwhile, all the
Mosquito just
drivers
did a
in the pit.
16-1 in practice for me, but let's see how well he can do in this quali session when the pressure is really on. And we have the usual suspect Azun, who has retired already, who prefers to start from last. I mean, in Australia, you should start from last or first because the midfield is gonna be chaos. So we have Deadly Mosquito is starting his lap, depleting his battery towards turn one. Let's see how this goes for Deadly Mosquito. Into turn one, he brakes nicely, takes the apex, and out of the turn two, he is not losing any speed. He is pretty confident in that car. I mean, Deadly Mosquito and Australia, these two are match made in heaven. Every time in Australia, Deadly Mosquito qualifies P3, P5. So yeah, I expect a lot from him. So towards this is turn six, I guess. Yes, turn six, and he takes it pretty nicely. But he is using a bit more curve, which is unsettling his car. So let's see. And Sharat is asking, is Tushar? Yes, Domithor, shooter is racing. He's in the Aston Martin. He kicked you out, and he is racing with someone else. You can go and have a talk with him. So yes, out of turn 9-10, that is a pretty nice exit from Deadly Mosquito towards the Dorito curve. He takes it nicely and don't touch the gravel. He didn't. And let's see if he lifted out completely. I have seen drivers take that flat out, but still, yeah, I think he's using a low downforce setup. In final corner, he will deplete all his batteries, just like new regulations. Deplete all your battery, and he goes P10. That's the Alpines are in 9 and 10. Not bad, just like real life. And we have
Interesting.
someone saying, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
So we have
Deepak.
Shah saying noob Azun. So I definitely agree with that statement.
Yeah, Zoom definitely
And
has.
that deadly mosquito spins, and he broke his wing. And we have Redstone, who just upped on his time by a few hundreds. I guess he will just see. Did he just give his final attempt now?
Yeah, I think he doesn't have time. He won't have any battery to go.
I mean, he will have the battery. I don't think he will have the tires to go for another lap. So let's see. And we have his closest rival, Abhishek, just moving out of the pits. I guess it's a bit too tight for Abhishek, considering looking at the time. It's 140 or 150, I guess.
Yeah, all these drivers on a hot lap. Meanwhile, but looking at the midfield, Shrikant, and looking at the difference in, there's a lot of gap in terms of pace or split in terms of pace in the midfield. So Azun would be starting at the back, looking at all that's going to unwind in the
I
first lap and
Azun
see how
should
he can
just,
pick his paces up.
yeah, he should just keep his nose clean. He will definitely end up in the top 10. Top 10, yeah, top 10. He will definitely end up in the top 10.
Alright, Redstone is back in the pits. I think that's it for his
Yeah.
qualifying. I believe not much time left. I have the yellow flag thing. I can't
So we
see
have
how much
Basil
time
and
is left.
Shrivats. Yeah, same. Basil and Shrivats just started a lap.
But Shrivas
Basil in
has
out of turn
invalidated
one.
his lap, so I don't know if there's.
So it's quali over for him. So Baz, let's see. Let's follow Baz. And VFix has also started his lap. Baz overshoots his braking point and he has understeered out of turn 3 into turn 3. Let's see how this goes. And we have another Sauber. Basil is pretty unsettled in that car. Oh my god, he has improved by 300, which is not enough to challenge for a pole. Let's see how this goes. We have Abhishek's also starting his lap. He is going towards turn 3 and VFX out of turn 6. His sector split was he's down by 700. So it's over to Abhishek's. Let's see how this goes for Abhishek's towards turn 6.
Uh, let's see.
So turn
Meanwhile,
6
coming
he
back to
takes.
Basel, he is coming close to the line. Let's follow him. And while we come back to Abhishek as well, there's a Ferrari following. The
Meanwhile, the Astons have finished P4 and P6, and we have Smith moving up to P5.
Yeah, a lot of
That's
drivers
a
whom
pretty
we
nice
have missed.
qualifier. And Basil goes P5.
Well, Abhishek, there is a Haas rounding up, and there is Abhay as well, who's on his final run. I think there's two drivers. Ramin is back to the pit, so I think Abhay crossing the line next. There's a Red Bull behind him, is it?
Yeah,
Or
that's Abhishek's.
and with Abhishek,
And Abhishek's is. He
pole
goes pole
position,
by
please.
2000s only.
What a lap! Just when it mattered for
What a
Abhishek,
lap.
making the most of track evolution and the grip available to him, beats Redstone's time by 2 thousandths of a second. That is a fantastic lap by Abhishek. So
Yeah.
this just sets us up for a brilliant race. Meanwhile, looking at the finishing order for qualifying for round one here at the Indian Racing League. Abhishek and Redstone rounding up the front row, followed by VFix a half a second behind them. Shooter, Basil, the top five. Smith, Shivat, Gangster, Ramen, and Deadly Mosquito rounding up the top 10. Meanwhile, the gap after the top 5 is just gradually just increases. But let's see how
by
the race pace
tenths.
also unfolds for all these drivers. Six, Faizan, Ahmer, I believe that's fine. Red Baron, Abhay, Abhu, Wahid, Ansh, and Azun rounding up the bottom 9 for the grid. So, viewers, feel free to type in your predictions for the race as well. It's going to be a very interesting race. How many safety cars are going to come out, Shrikant?
5.
Five safety cars. All
We
right,
have too many
first race.
rookies on the grid.
All right, let's see how the
First
first race.
place.
It's
Did you
all
ask
about
first place or first race?
first race. I said first race of the
Yes.
season, so I think a mix of veterans and rookies and still fairly young newbies on the grid.
Yep.
Meanwhile, our supreme leader has really gone on a scouting mission and found some really new drivers. So it's going to
Our
be
supreme leader
interesting.
is operating worldwide now. He's grabbing from the any corner of the world. So we have one guy predicting Abhu to DNF on lap 2. So
Yeah, I know these people, so I think they have their. I think there's a banter running on between the two. So, Aryan, you
it
might
does
as well join
definitely.
the track some. We've
Yeah.
seen you.
So we
All
have
right.
formation lap.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
we have formation lap.
All right. So, what is the strategy here? What should?
The conventional medium to hards, the best, low deck, nothing to worry about in here. Low deck, conventional tire strat.
All right.
You
So,
will see
only
racing
one
here.
driver in the top 10 choosing to start on the hard tires, Srivat. So, he is going long.
The, yeah,
Meanwhile, but I'm surprised there are no soft runners here at all. Maybe trying to look at early on, yeah, grab a few positions and maybe wait for a safety car. But
I mean, you should take softs if you're starting way back so you can make some inroads. But now I am seeing that the back grid is composed of new guys. So new guys are, I think they are trying to play it safe for this race, and they are not going for that aggressive strat and going on softs.
yeah, a lot of learning for these new drivers definitely on how a 50% race or how a race in the Indian racing league looks like.
Yep.
A
So
lot of
we
points at play,
have,
a lot of fun as well in the process.
yeah,
So it's going to be interesting. I don't know how many races do we have this season?
around 15 races. I am not sure, but I will look back. And so we have our first prediction from the Supreme Leader only. We have Redstone, Abhishek, and Srivatsa top three. Uh, that's a pretty safe top two from Caesar, but yeah, Srivatsa from P7. That's a bold move. Who's already on a alt
Oh,
strategy. So yeah,
Basil and Shooter both just getting disqualified from the formation lap, so they will be starting at a
lower tire temperatures. So Cody is give us a good camera. No, they won't. So yes, Azun is the last guy
Shrikant.
to.
Why don't you take us
Yep.
to the race start?
Yes. So let's see. I am not getting a good camera angle. Oh yes, now I am getting a good camera angle. So we have one light, two light, three light, four light, five lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. Redstone gets a good start. Redstone is side by side with Abhishek, and we have ghosting on. So we have Redstone taking the lead. Abhishek is dropping down. We have VFX challenging Abhishek right now. Abhishek is he is falling down. Now we have Shooter who is challenging the Red Bull. Shooter backed out, and VFX is still fighting Abhishek right
Well, a
now.
safety
Down
car.
the inside Abhishek. That's a safety car. What?
A
Oh,
few
gangster.
retirements, a few people not having the best of start. I saw cars flying off the track. and
Flying
gangsters
off
are
the track.
they're flying as in flying off the track, not flying literally flying, but just missing their racing points.
And we have
A
a 10 seconds
10-second
penalty
time
for
penalty.
Wahid, Abhay, and Faizan. And Smith dropped down to P18. I think he was involved in an incident. Let's look at the position changes right now. And let's see. Okay. Position changes. So we have Smith Shah and Gangster dropping 12 and 11 places. I guess these two tangled in an incident. Then we have Baron and Faizan gaining 5 and 6 places respectively. That was a VSC, not a safety car. So we are back to
Oh,
racing.
oh yeah, we are. I thought I was really. I
Yeah.
think I preempted a safety car in my head, but Redstone with the lead in the race has got a good safety car restart. Meanwhile, just the pack following. Oh, is that lag or what that is? I'm not very sure,
Yeah,
but
yeah, that I saw
drivers
that
following.
McLaren. I guess that was Basil.
No action in the
Yeah,
safety car.
easy
It's
level.
complete.
Your mic.
There's something wrong with my mic.
Yeah, it's like you are blowing into your mic, the static thing.
I hope it gets better now.
Yes, now it's better.
Alright, going coming back. Oh, there are two cars much close. That is the Red Baron and Baz. That is Baz. Has he lost a lot of position? The two Red
Yeah,
Bulls going
yeah,
side by side, and I think Red Baron makes the position but cuts the corner in the
and
process and
he
gets a
gets it
3 second time penalty.
3 seconds.
Oh, a lot of drivers with I think there are the two 10-second penalties as well coming into
Yeah,
play here. But meanwhile, going back to the lead of the race, Abhishek, is he going to challenge Redstone here in the start finish straight? Let's find out. He is still harvesting
I
in
think these
around.
guys will wait to settle in the race, then go a bit aggressive. So now we have Abhishek taking that faster lap from Redstone, and the top five are pulling away from Raman. Raman, who is under threat from Faizan. Faizan down the inside looking for a move, but Raman around the outside keeps the P6 right now. But Faizan around the outside, and it's a whole gaggle of cars. 4 cars battling for P6. Raman is the bottleneck right here. Faizan is harassing that Alpine. My God. And who's that? Oh my God. I thought
A, a lot of
Basil and Baron. Basil made the move and he's up into P8. And Faizan is still challenging Raman. Let's see. Faizan around the outside will deploy his battery. So will Basil. That's a three-way battle. They make contact. Oh my God. Raman is squeezing Faizan on grass. They are 3 wide into turn 10. Raman backs out. They are still side by side, the Ferrari and the McLaren. Raman under threat from Red Baron. It's yeah, this racing is better than the real life racing. Yeah, I love this.
yeah, a bit of
So we
lowering
have Raman.
happening here as well.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, the Red Bull.
Raman losing 3 positions. Yeah,
Yeah,
Baron overtook Raman. So these
I agree.
guys are using their battery too much. Like these guys are flashing, in my words. So yeah,
Yeah, definitely they are. Meanwhile, the top five, I think they are just in a rhythm of their own.
yeah.
I think they'll just follow suit and follow each other, and one of them might just look for an undercut when the pit window opens. Meanwhile, going to the back, there is a yellow flag somewhere for the heart of
And it's green now.
Ansh
We
to
have
this.
an Alpha Sauber without an end plate. That is Amir. Amir is without an end plate who is trailing Raman right now. Raman and Red Baron, these two have been fighting and they have fallen from the duo of Basil and Faizan. And Basil, the defending champion, just like Lando Norris in that car, is trying to gain up places and catch the top five. And we have Raman and Red Baron going side by side. Raman makes the move and he's up into P8. So that's a nice move from Raman. And we have Amir without an end play and he goes off track. Oh my God.
Yeah, a lot happening, a lot kicking off. There are some drivers who want to make moves as soon as they can. I think Faizan with a 10-second penalty, he might that might also just come into picture.
Yeah. So we have Caesar saying that was super racing. Indeed, that was super racing. Like four cars going at it like no tomorrow. So we
Yeah,
have
and
both
they
the
are still
Astons,
going at it. I think Raman is under attack
Raman
and
and
the
Baron.
Red Bull goes down in the inside of turn one and makes the move. He will have the DRS with that double DRS here in Australia and might just look to clear Raman. Let's look at the tires again and see where most of them on the medium tires. So I think it's just
Both the
that.
Aston Martins getting a 3 second penalty. Wow,
Yeah, but they're
that's
following suit. I think they might just be looking to maximize as many points as they can and make a gap to Basel, who would like want to close down that gap. He still has better. He has 4 laps old medium tires versus 4 lap old hard tires, so he might
and
just
we have a
have
yellow
that pace
flag for
advantage
the Haas.
of Ansh. I
That's
think he's
Ansh.
not having the best of races and he's just stopped
Oh
on
no no
track.
no
Oh
no
my,
Ansh.
no, do not do that, please.
Ansh
You'll
Ansh,
get
don't
disqualified.
you
No,
will. Oh my
you
God! What?
you can't do that, Ansh. Ansh, you are caught live on 4K.
And
And
he and someone has retired.
oh, there's a
Is that
retirement.
on track? And we have
I
another
don't know.
disqualify. Oh my God!
Ansh, yeah,
What
that
is
that was
happening?
incoming. That was definitely incoming.
Wow.
Ansh has been disqualified. Meanwhile, Abhay, I think Abhay has had an incident. I can't see my, yeah,
I can't see his car
yeah, no, I
where
can't
he
see his car
DNF'd.
either. So that's that.
So yeah, so the top five have settled in their rhythm now. Abhishek's and Redstone, these two showcasing their pace from the get-go of this weekend, 5 tenths faster than the guys behind. So yeah, now they
Yeah,
have gapped VFix 1.2 seconds, and we have the Aston Martin Civil War, and Shiraz overtakes his shooter right now. Will shooter go for a move, or are these guys? And we have Abhishek's with a penalty. Abhishek's why?
it looks like was he just a momentary lapse of concentration, or maybe looking to push a bit for the moment, for the time being. But still, I think these drivers know each other in and out and know their
Yep.
driving styles very well, and they might just be observing each other where what is doing and when they want to trigger a race, a battle between the two. But meanwhile, going back there, the gap is still the Aston Martins running together. Srivas now uh, gapping his teammates right now. It's not a lot of battles now as the field gets spread out. Azun and Smith running close. Red Baron and Raman as well, kind of. I think Raman has managed to get that position back and would be looking to settle himself in the rhythm now. But expect
Yep.
the Red Baron to come back with those hard tires. They might just come back a few laps later for him. So you can keep an eye
Yeah,
out on this
Shivatsa is the
battle.
leading hard tire runner. So let's see how this goes.
Yeah, meanwhile, but your prediction of 5 safety cars looks a bit unlikely now.
We had
Over
one.
Hibrena.
Count the VSCs, man.
Alright, okay, yeah,
Count
we
it.
have to count it as one, but still 4 more to go. But I think, oh, meanwhile,
Let's see.
Smith has made a move on Azul. Yeah,
Smith
Azul.
did make a move on a zone, and these two are trailing Deadly Mosquito. So this is one of the closest battles in the field right now, apart from Raman Baron and the Aston Martin boys. No, not Aston Martin boys. Srivatsa has gapped Shooter, and he is now harassing VFX. So yeah. So we have
Yeah,
three
those
separate battles right
hard
now.
tires just coming alive for Srivas.
Yes, indeed. So let's see what can Shivas do. Will he go aggressive and overtake VFX so he can catch up to Abhishek's and Redstone? Oh my God, Shivas going wide, very wide.
Meanwhile,
So
Srivas
let's see,
going
and we have
around the
Shivas
outside.
making the move, and he is up into P3.
Yeah,
making the move
VFX
on
not
VFX. VFX.
not
I
fighting
guess
that really hard.
yeah, he's conserving his tires and battery, I guess. So we have
Think
Shooter. Shooter who has fallen down to 2 seconds. Once he was fighting his teammate, now he is. And we have Raman and Red Baron again. These two pretty close.
yeah, I think
Oh,
these two drivers might just run close quite throughout, all throughout the race. Expect that. Oh, and meanwhile, Raman is missing an end plate. I just noticed that. So he is
huh?
struggling with turning
Yes,
that
does
car,
and
and
he
Abhi
and we have
Uday
the
has.
Ferrari who has retired and it's a
Oh
safety
yeah,
car.
and I think that was at the
Make it
exit
two.
of turn 9 and 10. So yeah, your predictions
Yeah,
coming closer and closer. Uh, Shrikant, so let's
yeah.
see now a safety
So do
car.
we expect the medium runners to pit right now?
Oh,
And we
Wahid
have a
has a
drive-through penalty
drive-through
for
penalty
Wahid.
for 10 seconds
And 10
speeding
seconds
over.
speeding. Oh my god.
I think the league rules have just taken some drivers by surprise. They might just be used to some pit assist or something while getting into
Yeah.
the pit. So meanwhile, Sid Venkatesh deciding to continue moving on Wahid in the pit. So none of, I think Redstone is. Let's see what Redstone does. So 8 laps in, I think a good
I
time to come
think
in
these
for a
guys
set of
will,
hard
yeah,
tires. Yeah.
yeah, these guys will pit, but it's Shivatsa. I have a feeling it's bad for Shivatsa. Middle of the mic.
Yeah, no, I just muted. I didn't want to cough into
Yeah,
the screen.
so
Yeah,
Shivatsa's
Redstone in the
strategy is
pits,
gone.
Abhishek in the pits, Srivas in the pits,
Yeah, and
VFX
Shivat's in the
in the
pits
pits.
as well. So does VFX and Shooter as well. It's a double stack for the Aston Martin boys. We have Basil also pitting, and Faizan will also pit. And these guys will take off their 10 seconds penalty who got it during the first VSC. And we have Wahid, another drive-through. He is running on two drive-throughs right now. So we have Raman in the pits, Baron in the pits. Amir is way behind. Let's see what happens. I think these guys are following a delta because Redstone didn't catch up to the safety car. Oh,
Yeah,
we
I'm not
have. Oh,
sure if it is.
Raman did a wing change. Raman did a wing change. That's why. So he got overtaken by Faizan and Baron.
Okay, and
Amir,
continuing all
Amir
the hard.
stays out. Oh, Amir has boxed. Amir has
Yeah, they
boxed.
have
I
boxed
missed it.
already. I think all these
Yeah.
drivers have boxed. So Sid
Yeah, these guys
also
are
now
boxed.
coming into the pit. He will
Sid
continue
will
again.
go on the hard tires, I guess. New hard tires if he has any. So let's see. So
All right.
Aryan is saying that his prediction was off by 6 laps. So yes, I guess yes, that. But that was a nice prediction to say that he will DNF. So we have said on the 2 lap old hearts. I guess he had an incident. I guess that's why he pitted last. So it's a blessing in disguise for Sid Venkatesh. So let's see how this goes. So we have Srivatsa, Baron and Faizan on mediums. Everyone else on the hard tires. I don't think these mediums will last till the end. So let's see. They will hope for another safety car.
Yeah, definitely. But for the medium runners, definitely Srivat is mostly betting on a safety car, and so would be Red Baron and Faizan. Not they didn't have much of choice as well. I believe. I think they started on the hard tire,
Yeah,
so at
they
least
did
getting
start on
that
the hard tire.
tire change mandate
And we have
out of
Baron
them.
and Faizan switching, and we have Faizan in the pits. I guess he will go on the hards. He is not trusting. He just and he's going on hards. Yes, that's hards. I thought
First
that
set
was
of hard
mediums, but
tires
yeah.
for Faizan, which will compromise his position, but at least 19 laps. Those hard tires should be able to see him to the checkered flag. Meanwhile, let's see what
Yeah.
can Srivaj do on the safety car restart with his medium tires. Because for him, it would be really critical to pull away as much as he can. he has a penalty as well that he might. I'm not sure how so you can see that, right? Yeah, so he has a 3 second penalty. All these drivers, a few drivers with 3 second penalties. So that's also not going is not going to help his race.
Yeah, both the Aston Martin boys and Abhishek just threw away his chance for a win with that 3 seconds. So yeah, these two were running pretty close, Abhishek and Redstone. I
So
think
safety car
these guys
should
were
be in this
conserving.
lap.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Safety car will be in this lap.
it doesn't look like it.
I
I
mean,
think
it
it
should be.
passed the sector 2 mark. So let's see. Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
it
it's
is.
CA. They will just see.
It is.
It's
It
CA.
is good. All right, Srikanth, why don't you take us to
Let's
the safety car?
let's be on board with Shrivats. He is on the faster compound of the tires, and let's see how his restart goes. Redstone is tentative. He is weaving. He will try to catch everyone by surprise. I think he will take it pretty late because the Australia straight is also pretty long, so you get a massive toe into turn one. Let's see, he's still weaving, warming up his tires. Abhishek is not weaving. He knows that if he starts weaving, Redstone will fly off. And Redstone is gone. He takes it right and he's gone and he has caught Srivatsa and Abhishek snapping. And that's a pretty good reach. And it's a pretty spaced out field as well. That's a nice restart, Redstone. So, yeah. So we have the Ferrari of Faizan going sideways, not sideways, I think he just went off the line. So yeah, it's so the closest battle is Shooter versus Basil. Shooter into turn 3 with Basil and Red Baron on his tail. VFX so wide into turn 4, so let's see. So Redstone has gapped Abhishek's all by 8 tenths already. This is a brilliant restart for Redstone right now. So and we have Amber getting another 3 seconds. The race for the Sauber boys is going like crazy. Are the Sauber boys the new Aston Martin? Stay with us to find out. So yeah.
Yeah, a lot will unfold through the course of this season. Drivers.
So we have Shivatsa on the mediums who is maintaining the gap with Abhishek and Redstone. He's not making inroads there. And we have VFX Cutter who has fallen a second behind Shivatsa. Oh yes, I think the pace difference is pretty big right now, and in all of that, Basil is back into P5. He is trying to go for that contention, and we have DRS enabled the second lap. Yes, game. So we have Shivatsa, who is only half a second behind Abhishek, and he is a second ahead of VFX. So did VFX get the DRS? No, I don't think VFX got the DRS. So let's see.
Yeah, he's just at the boundary of that 1 second right now, so I'm not
Yeah.
sure if he did or was that
Oh,
battle
they
disturbing for
won't
him,
get
but he
DRS
is.
into the second straight.
Now
Now
they'll
they will
get
get
DRS. Yeah,
DRS.
now they'll get DRS. Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
restart. So I think he would be able to get the DRS. He would have gone to deploy a bit of
Yep,
battery there to
VFX
keep
got
himself
the
protected.
DRS. But
Yeah,
he
but
is falling away from Shivatsa.
yes, he is.
The gap is now more than a second. Now he's under threat from Basil and Shooter. Next lap, I think Basil and Shooter will hound down VFX Cutter. And Shooter is also pretty close
Ooh,
to.
and Delhi Mosquito and was that the Alpine Smith, I think, or was it who was that? Who had a
Racing
moment?
Bull
Yeah,
of Smith.
Deadly Mosquito and Faizan, I think that was who came together at turn 10.
Oh my god, Faizan is down into P14 and he is gapped from the field. So in all of that, VFX has caught up again to Srivatsa and Srivatsa is 7 tenths off Abhishek. So I think the top 5 again, now it's top 6 down to Shooter. So and we have Raman and Red Baron going at it again. Red Baron having a moment and Raman going past Red Baron. Raman on that hard tire. And we have Smith and Hammer. Smith down the inside and he makes the move. And he's ahead of the Sauber. And we have Sauber of Wahid. Wahid is in pits for his drive-through, I guess. He got 2 drive-through. So let's see. We have Shooter, Basil, and VFX So it's a top six
Meanwhile,
battle.
Switch has cleared Hammer and would not be able to bounce back this time. As Switch, he does have the
And
DRS,
we
he's
have Red
very
Baron gets
close
another
to
penalty.
him, so this might just get interesting here. Switch gets the better drive through that
Hammer
corner.
is missing an end plate.
Oh yeah, he is, I'm not sure
Uh,
if, oh yeah, it must have been some incident during the safety car restart, or was it before? But anyway, these three drivers, Delhi Mosquito, Smith and Emmer, locked in a battle together. Emmer with a time penalty as well, I believe, for him. Meanwhile, going back up,
and Baz gets a
Baz
three
gets a
seconds.
3 second time penalty. Yeah, the top three just
Wow.
maintaining top five, or rather top six maintaining their rhythm right now.
In all of that, VFX might end up P2 with all these penalties. He's driving carefree because yeah, and as soon as I said that Basil almost loses his rear end out of turn 5 or 6. Yes, 5. So yes. So Redstone and Abhishek has gapped Srivatsa by a second. Now Srivatsa is out of battery and he's under threat from VFX. VFX, who has managed his battery pretty well, is now attacking Srivatsa. Srivatsa having nothing to defend, his light is flashing, and VFX with a whole load of battery will attack Srivatsa right now. And Srivatsa is falling. Srivatsa is down by 1.4 seconds. Now it's a good helicopter shot for VFX, but yes, nice. Let's see into the main straight. Will VFX make the move on Srivatsa? Let's see the Williams against Aston Martin. He will deploy his battery. He is using his DRS, but I don't think he's closing the gap that much to make the move into turn one. So let's see. Shigatsa goes defensive, but he compromises his entry into the corner, and now he is under threat from VFX again. So VFX down the inside into turn 3, makes the move, and he is up into P3 on track. But Shigatsa comes back and he takes back the P3 from VFX cutter. Oh my god, this is some
Yeah,
nice
we
racing.
fixed overshooting the corner right there. I think he just worked a little too hard carrying that bit of overspeed with the battery deployment and the DRS. So his breaking point just
And
taking
in
him
all of
by
that,
surprise.
Basil is setting to make a move, and Basil will make the move on Srivatsa. Srivatsa losing 2 places in a straight. That's what happened when you don't manage battery. That just happened with every guy in 2026. So yeah, Basil and VFX are pretty close. So is Srivatsa, but he is not having enough battery to contend with, and we have Faizan getting a 3 second penalty. So Faizan and Sid Venkatesh trade position. They are still side by side. Faizan almost cuts off, and he goes wide. And oh my God, what just happened? Faizan. Faizan's luck is not going great right now. So he made contact with Sid. Now he is down into P14. So in all of that, the top two has managed to gap
Meanwhile,
VFX
between Delhi
2.5.
Mosquito and Azun, a good battle side by side into turn one. Mate. Azun just runs a little wide.
So we have Sid and Azun. Sid going down the inside on Azun, and Sid will make the move, and he is up into P12. That's a nice, well-made move because Azun was out of shape going into turn 3. Wait, Azun is driving the normal McLaren, and Baz is driving the Chrome McLaren. What? Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
So we have a battle brewing for P3, that is VFX Basil and Shivatsa. Shivatsa staying behind. I think he did charge up his battery a bit, and he shooter in all of that is fallen down to P6, and he is 1.5 seconds behind Shivatsa. So let's see, Abhishek and Redstone, these two in the league of their own. Red Bull versus Mercedes, things you love to see. So yeah,
Yeah, that three
it's a pretty
second penalty is just going to hurt. He knows that's race
yeah.
victory gone from him if things go like the way they are. But
It's a
yeah,
pretty
what he'll be looking at is making that 3 second push into V6 so that he can secure his P2 And as much as we fix Baz and Srivas get involved in the battle, it might just steal time from them and
Yep.
provide secure Abhishek P2. So let's see how that unfolds. Meanwhile, Deadly Mosquito is very close to Emmer. There's a 5 car battle brewing here for the final points position, but Emmer might just lose a few positions because of that time penalty.
Yeah, I think he's having a 10 seconds.
Is that
And
10
Deadly
seconds?
Mosquito around the outside. He almost rear-ended that Sauber. Around the outside will make the move into turn 9. They're still side by side. And Mosquito makes the move. And he almost hammer. That was nice backing
Very
out
close.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very close.
So
Deadly
yeah,
Mosquito secures at P10 now. Emmer. There is a McLaren right behind him and uh, Racing Bull of
these guys just
Sid
change their
92.
name every year. So who cares? In all of that, all the battles have gone on a stalemate. These guys are not attacking. I think these guys are waiting for the later stages of the race to deploy the energy and use the tires, because I don't think these guys will. Shivatsa, I don't think he will make it till the end. He will lose the position to Shooter, and we have Wahid getting another 3 seconds. What?
And I think that
Where?
is that might just be turn 9 and 10 or was it? No, I think that might be
That
the
was turn
entry of
one. Turn one, two.
uh,
Yeah. So right now it's 4 tenths is the gap from P1 and 2. Then we have VFX and Battle 4 tenths as well. Then we have battle for P10, Mosquito versus Amar. Amar is closing in. He has caught up to 3 tenths. Then we have Azun and Sid Venkatesh, who are also trailing for the final points being position. And Amar too close, almost sniffing that rear end of the Alpines with that Renault engine still in it. So let's see how this goes into the penultimate corner. Oh, Deadly Mosquito overshoots the breaking point and he's a bit unstable. And the light flashed for Deadly. I think he was charging, but yes, both of them are deploying. And yeah, Mosquito stays ahead of the Sauber. And we have Faizan and Sid Venkatesh going side by side. Sid Venkatesh off the track, Faizan up into P13. I don't know what happened, but yes, Faizan was. No, sorry, Faizan is up into P13.
yeah, I almost thought that
So,
in that process. Oh, but the
and
pretty
Basil and
finishing thing
VFX.
up front as well. So I think uh, Basil has made a move, so he would try to make inroads and try to steer clear of V6. How much of penalty does Baz have? 3 seconds of time penalty for Abhishek, Baz, Srivat, Shooter, and Faizan, while Wahid and the Red Baron and
And we
Emma
have
with
Smith
6
and Red
seconds.
Baron trading position. So does Deadly
Oh,
and Azun. Everyone is trading position right now, and Azun is falling down the order. Baron and Smith going side by side into the penultimate corner, still side by side into the final corner, and the sister teams barge into each other. Helmut Marco, where are you when they need you? Oh my god, it's a five car battle for P10, and Smith and Red Baron going at it again. Smith with the DRS, with the ERS will make the move into turn 1, and he is up into P8 in all of that. Deadly Mosquito has caught up to the pair, and it's a long train from P8 to P13. P14.
yeah, battle for final points, and they will try to stamp their authority on uh, who's the best of the second half of the season.
Yeah. So the first half is pretty quiet right now, considering the last move made was VFX and Basil. These guys are just conserving their tires and battery. Abhishek's going a bit while he was sliding through that.
Meanwhile,
Hammer
Emma
and
and
Faizan going
Faizan,
side by side. Oh my
yeah,
god, into turn 9-10. Don't do that. That's pretty risky. Faizan towards the Dorito curve, down the inside, makes the move. They make contact, and Faizan is up into P11. Now Amir is under threat from Azun and Sid. So this
I
quartet
think
has
best is
detached from the yeah.
yeah, best is to forget the top six, top seven, and just focus on the scene here. Oh, meanwhile, this the driver just pulling to the side of the road. Who's that on the
That's
McLaren?
Azun.
Is that?
That's Azun.
Oh, that's again just letting.
Amir
Oh, it was.
off the track. What just happened?
Yeah, I think
What
overshooting his
I
breaking point
yeah.
there. Almer just trying to make the most of that
So as
position
soon as
and
we
made
say that
something.
the battle was going nice, it just exploded, and we are back to the 1 second,
Yeah, but there are
1.5
seven
second
laps to
gaps.
go. You don't know what can happen in these 7 laps.
So yeah,
Meanwhile, Abhishek and Baz are also very together. So this is clear-cut fight for P2 because they are have the same number of time penalty. And Deadly
no,
Mosquito and Red
Baz and
Baron,
Abhishek are 5 seconds, 6 seconds apart.
or both of them have
It's
6 seconds now.
no. Baz and Abhishek are 6 seconds apart from on track. So it's Baz versus VFX,
Oh,
and we have
Baz
Shivatsa
versus
in the
Vifex.
pit. There goes the strategy, and it's all in drain for Shivatsa. That there goes the
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Baz,
Jen
my bad. Baz versus
Shivatsa
Vfix.
tires.
So I think Vfix shouldn't be fighting it too hard, or he just might just be looking at. He has a long, tall gap to make to Abhishek if he really wants to have a chance at
So we
that
have Baron
P2.
and Faizan going side by side. Faizan, okay, Baron backs out, and we have Azun in the pits, and he has
I think Arjun has had enough.
he, yeah. So yeah, then now we have Sid and Amir, who are pretty close, but Amir backs out. So yeah, so the closest
Baz
battle is
and
going
meanwhile Baz and
Baz.
Vfix just
Yeah.
trading positions, and I think that's how it might just look like until the checkered flag and Redstone and Abhishek as well might just pull each other away, and Abhishek
Yeah,
knows
they will
there's
just
no
cruise
point
to
going
the
for the race
racing line. So
quickly.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
yeah, it's pretty stalemate right now. So I don't think VFX will attack because Baz is having a 3 second, so does Shooter. No one to threaten him. So
talking
it's
about
P3 second
attack,
for
Emmer
VFX.
is really looking to attack Sid Venkatesh here and
Yeah,
see
Amar
if he
has
can
been
make
real
that position
feisty
up
this
on
race.
track. Yeah, he definitely has been.
So Amar with the DRS will he's not using his battery. I think he will make his move towards the back straight and let's see what all other battles we have. We have Faizan who has closed up to Deadly Mosquito. Ferrari versus Alpine. Let's see what the Alpine driver can do. So we have yeah, Faizan and Deadly Mosquito and VFX and Battle, the closest battles of the field. So VFX and Battle are they are not fighting. They know that they can't do anything. So we have Amar getting a 3 second penalty. Amar is trailing Sid Venkatesh. Will use his battery. Will use DRS. Will he make the move into turn 9-10? And we have also Red Baron who is under threat from Sid, the duo of Sid and Amar. So yeah, that is pretty close from Sid. What happened to? Oh, did what? That just lagged for me.
Not sure what happened, but
So
Sid losing a position there, but he doesn't have any time penalty, so he knows he might just get that position back. No points at play
yep.
here, just pure track position. Let's see how that goes. But meanwhile, Faizan is also is he close to get close enough? Not close enough to get the mosquito to challenge him at turn one.
And we
Meanwhile,
have I'm making the move on Red Baron and Sid is lagging like crazy. He just travel. So Amber is defending for the for P11. So yeah, and Red Baron almost losing his car. He is struggling on those tires. I think he should box because I don't think there are any scope for points in this race right now. So let's see. The field is pretty spaced out. No one is fighting apart from Faizan and Deadly Mosquito. Faizan is hounding the Alpine. Let's see, into turn 9-10. They are pretty close. He is sniffing that Renault engine and he will get DRS. Yeah, Mosquito is out of DRS by 3 tenths from Smith. Faizan looks for a move, but he backs out. He will stay patient. He knows that he is having a penalty, so he doesn't want to add to that. So let's see. Into the penalty at corner, will Deadly Mosquito catch up? No, he is maintaining that gap of 1.3 to Smith Shah. Smith Shah, who has stayed, he did a pretty good comeback considering lap 1 he was down in P18. Now he's up into P8. That's a stellar recovery drive from him. So let's see, we have Faizan with the DRS. So let's see how this pans out. They are maintaining the gap, so are VFix and Basil. The field is pretty spaced out, and now Redstone is gapping Abhishek. Abhishek is zero. 0.9. Before that, he was zero. 0.4 behind. So yeah, these two have gapped the field by 8.8 seconds or 9 seconds. Yes, that's a great drive from these two. Let's see what does go. VFix and Basil are close again. Faizan down the inside on Deadly Mosquito towards turn 9 with DRS, with ERS, makes the move and he is up into P9, but his penalty will drop him down back to P10. But for the love of the game, make the moves and entertain us. And we have Emma and Sid making trading positions. Sid and Emma side by side in towards the Dorito curve. Sid with that DRS will make the move and he is up into P11. He covers off Emma pretty nicely, and in all of that Red Baron is struggling and he's down in P13. Sid, the OG of IRL, and Amar, who is a rookie, these two are providing some entertainment to us. So we have Deadly Mosquito, who is also trailing to Faizan. He didn't leave Faizan lonely, so let's see how this goes.
Yeah, the only few battles that are going on while Redstone just
Redstone Abhishek is
clears.
pretty stalemate. These guys are just fluctuating from 4 tenths to 9 tenths, 4 tenths to 9 tenths. So I don't think these two will fight because they know that they
Yeah,
can't risk the. What
yeah,
number
that
is
time
Abhishek
penalty,
using?
and they have very similar pace. 2000s was the gap
Yeah.
between the two in qualifying.
Yeah,
So
so
the only way
there's no
one
use to
driver
risk it.
pulls away from the other is if one makes a heavy mistake,
Wait,
which
is
is
Abhishek using 11 on his car? Oh,
11.
he is. Yeah, his car
Well,
number is 11. Don't do that, Abhishek. You will end up like the car 11.
while
So,
Faizan, Deadly Mosquito just losing
he knows that there is
that
no use
time.
to fight Faizan and risk the points. So yeah, Sid Venkatesh and Ahmed going at it again for the love of the game, not for points. Ahmed 5 tenths behind. These guys are on similar age, similar battery, so these two will fight out. I expect to see a Leclerc and Lewis battle from these two, and I expect to see too many reports tonight. So yeah, that will be crazy as well.
Yeah, first race, everybody. I mean, apart from those who have been racing for a while, a lot of a lot of
So
newbies
we
here.
have the goated comms guy and the steward in our chat. You can beat me. Who is saying Redstone dominance is boring fans? I mean, it's better than looking at Jishnu win. So yeah, I will
Yeah,
take a Redstone win any day from Jishnu. So we have Amar getting another 3 second penalty. So the sour guys are just existing right now. and he makes a move on Sid Venkatesh. Sid Venkatesh and Amar going side by side. Sid Venkatesh stays ahead into the penultimate corner. Amar without a front end plate is struggling to keep Sid Venkatesh behind. So yeah, it's a final lap, and we have our leaders. Where are our leaders? They are rounding up the final sector. Yep, they are starting the final sector, not rounding up the final sector. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's focus
So
on these two because these two are not getting any screen time in the whole race. So let's focus on these two. These two driving a brilliant race, almost on the limit. 3 tenths separate these two, a brilliant race, a calm and composed race from Redstone, who what he has lost 2 seasons. He wasn't taking it seriously, wasn't racing, but Redstone Dub will come back on the top step of the podium, and then we have Abhishek's continuing his from form from last season, and he finishes P2. Then we have our defending champion Battle finishing in P3. Then we have VFX following suit, and VFX is promoted to P3 for that P3 second penalty. Then we have Shooter rounding up the top five. Then we have Raman. A lonely race from Raman apart from the Red Baron incident, but he finishes P6. Then we have Shivatsa botched by the safety car strategy. Hard luck for Shivatsa, but it's P7 for him. Then we have Smith Sharp driving a brilliant recovery race from P18 to P8. Then we have Faizan, then Deadly Mosquito. Deadly Mosquito is up into P9. Faizan will drop down to P10. Then we have Sid Venkatesh and MS finishing outside the points. Then we have Red Baron and Wahid. Wahid who is lapped and will take the flag now. Pretty chaotic race. First race, chaotic race, 5 DNFs. How do you feel about this, Eagle?
well, exactly what was expected with a mix of veterans and maybe rookies on this day. But still, nonetheless, it was good entertainment. 5 DNFs, definitely a lot of. Hopefully, we see even cleaner racing as we go down the subsequent rounds in this season. But nonetheless, a good race, a good entertainment, a lot of overtakes, a lot of yo-yoing, battling for position, and
Yep.
the usual suspects rounding up the podium as well. So, do we have to? Meanwhile, are there the podium interviews as well? Right? Do you want to add
Yep.
the three
Yeah, I added them.
podium finishers to the chat, to the party rather? Okay, I don't know if now. So, yeah, Western when his signature celebration move, winning the Australian Grand Prix in the Indian Racing League. Just to finish the statement. All right. Hopefully, I think this finally it has loaded, but it is loaded too soon. But I can't take you through the rest of the grid. But we have our podium finishers here already. Redstone, Abhishek, can you hear us?
Yeah, yeah, audible.
Nice. All right, Abhishek, Redstone. Let's start from you. Great race. Congratulations on winning the season opener. Very close. I think you might be just redeeming yourself for this season's championship after missing out on the last couple. Take us through your race.
Firstly, congrats, Abhi. I mean, kept me on my toes like throughout the race and qualifying as well. I feel like I could have broken into the 14s, but I had a kick just like parked up in the third sector. Was not an impediment, but I got slightly distracted, so lost probably like a tenth there. No, apart from that, straightforward race. Important to get these other drivers out of DRS. We kept pulling each other, and yeah, we could battle it out towards the end. The last 6, 7 laps was pretty intense. I think we like dunked a huge gap behind, so pretty happy with that. Good pace as always, and lovely battling him. So GG.
Yeah, dominant pace by the two of you, dominant qualifying, dominant race, and if not for Abhishek's 3 second penalty, maybe you might have just given us a little more action. But Abhishek's, yeah, great race. You
It's nice
found
to hear
that
your voice,
what.
Gaurav. Been a while.
Yeah, man, good to be back as well. I've been out of, maybe sometime on the track as well. I will come, hopefully, but not Matthew pace. You won't be able to see me on the track, so there's no point. But Abhishek, coming to you, brilliant race. You found what you wanted to in the end of quali. Got a got pole position, but not the best of race starts. You lost the lead in turn one. Take us through your race. How was it for you? And even with that 3 second penalty.
Hi, yeah, congrats to Redstone and Baz. Oh, sorry, Redstone and VFX on the podium. And yeah, on the restart, I just had a bad start because my upshift didn't work, so I got stuck on second gear for a bit. But after that, the 3 second I don't think really affected me because I got it. I got track limits in under different circumstances, so I think I can probably get it removed. But anyway, other than that, was a good quality, good race. It was quite hard to try to get close enough to pass Redstone because I had enough battery in store, but he also did, and couldn't really pass him on the last lap. Got as close as I could, but yeah, pretty consistent. Also, he wasn't making any mistakes, so difficult to really get within 4 tenths heading onto the DRS straight. But yeah, happy with the pace, and yeah, it was just a good race. Pretty consistent. So happy.
A lot more battles between the two or the three of you, or even Bas for that matter. Just missed out on the podium, but again, the usual suspects on the podium. VFX, congratulations on that P3. How was your race? A bit of a lonely one, along with a few battles alongside Baz.
Yeah, I think it was pretty lonely. I knew once everyone else got the 3 seconds, I was just like, let's just bank this result in because there's nothing much up front and there was nothing to gain from fighting anyone. So I just stuck up there and hope not to get a puncture, and that's just what happened. So that's P3.
Okay, congratulations. Shrikant, do you have any questions for our podium finishers? Okay, I think Shrikant is probably not here. So
Thanks.
that is it for round one of the Indian Racing League from Australia. A lot of racing action with these usual suspects and the veterans to follow in the subsequent weeks. So stay tuned and good night for today.
Thrilled to actually have comms